What it is, what it was, what it could be, y'all. Welcome back to Disc Golf Justice, and we're back on the property installing holes 3 and 4 on the home course build. If you have been watching this series, I'll try to link it up here. It hasn't really been working lately, but right now hole 3 is situated on the dam at the last hole, hole 2, where we ended off. I'll be sure to put the drone fly through so you can see what I'm talking about, but we got a pretty uphill shot for this hole 3. I'm gonna have to clear out some of these branches underneath this black walnut tree here. And because I'd like there to be a forehand route off to the left and also a big hyzer route off to the right. But mind you, everything off to the right is not my property. So that's all gonna be considered OB. And the basket's gonna be placed up in that little nook up there at the very tip. So I think this will be a very, very interesting hole. There's not a lot I have to do. If you watched episode 2 of this series, there was a lot of clearing and mowing I had to do. I do have to do some mowing because I would like to clear the tee pad and where the basket will be for both holes. And then I have to cut some of these branches, but there's really not a whole lot of work I got to do for these 2 holes. So what I'm going to do is get these done, and then I think we're going to play holes 1 through 4 so you guys can see all 4 of them, what we're looking like so far. I'm pretty happy with how she's coming along. So I'll go and show you hole 4 though. Hole 4, you can't really see me. I just look a unlocked character right now. But we're up on that hill where the last hole ended, hole 3 ended, going back down, throwing over this pond kind of. That pond is going to be expanded. It's going to grow so that hole 2's basket will move a little bit. But you don't want to hit these branches there because I've already done a couple practice throws. You'll fall straight into the pond, which is OB. And the basket's going to be just on the other side of that row of ash trees down there. So you can throw a flex Annie down there, but that's how you end up hitting those trees and falling into the water, at least for me. You can throw a pretty straight backhand at it with a little bit of hyzer, maybe a pop-up hyzer flip, something, you know, pick your poison. Or the basket's going to be a little bit behind that tree line, like I said, far enough that you can also do just a big hyzer completely around that tree. I played that as well. So it's a long ways down there, but it's downhill as well. And we usually have a lot of headwind coming on this. So it'll be a very challenging hole, but I think it's gonna be a really fun one. So let's go get to work on hole 3. I'm gonna start with mowing, and then we're gonna clear those branches, do a little more mowing, put the holes in, we'll be done. That's enough mowing for the first hole. I also mowed like a little walking path over to the second hole tee box, which I need to do for all these holes, but now I need to clear some of these branches. I am gonna have to do a little bit of heavy trimming on this one, but we gotta do what we gotta do. All right, that's pretty much gonna wrap up everything we need to do for hole 1. As you can see, there's a nice little clear opening here. Actually, there's still kind of one branch I might nick off here, but you got a forehand route here to the left. You got a backhand hyzer that's very dangerous and hard because I did leave some of these branches here that can easily hit you, or that mulberry tree up there can easily knock you down OB as well. So the backhand's probably the I guess the easier way to get there, but it's more dangerous. The forehand way is safer, but it's harder to get to the basket. All we gotta do is install the pole for our basket. I'll probably get some tires and put on it eventually as well. And then we'll move on to hole 2, which is just mowing. All I gotta do is really mow. So I'm thinking right about here, because there's a little gap between some mulberry trees here that can let your disc fade in on a hyzer. And you can still get, actually might come in a little more. I think right there. Go. And I already did the courtesy of bringing some tires over, so let's get those on. Ooh, I didn't get on my lens. Yeah, hole's done. I'll tell you what, those tires, even though there's no rims on them, it takes it out of you. Whew, and I'm getting old. I don't think we're gonna play it yet because I don't really have much to do for hole 4. So let's just quickly clear out hole 4 and then we can play all 4 holes back to back to back to back. All right, I got all the stuff I need. Now it's just picking that final location. Honestly, didn't even need to mow over here to be honest with you. I need to get a rider lawnmower so that it'll be a lot easier, but still working on that. And don't ask me why I have so many dang tires laying around, because I don't know. I feel like you want it to be here because you want to be able to do the big hyzer, and the hyzer's gonna land up there more. If you have the forehand, I personally don't think I have the forehand. I probably wouldn't do it, but you're probably gonna land somewhere over here to my right. And if you do the backhand kind of straight at it, you'll probably hit this branch, which I probably should cut off, but for now we'll leave it. I think right here will be an excellent little location. All right, let's get the tires on there. Then I'll go put all my tools and stuff away, and we'll go play holes 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. That's a lot of work. Well, there she is. 4 holes finished. Let's go play them. All right, first time playing the official hole 3. It's uphill. I don't know the exact distance yet. I need to get a U-disc on that or some sort of measurement. It's uphill, pretty steep uphill. You got to get it underneath this branch that's arcing here, but over top of that shed there, but still got to keep it around the big mulberry tree, but in front of those lilac bushes and the pine trees. That's the forehand route. Or you can do the backhand route, which I'll do as well, but we got a right to left twin, so it's gonna be harder. You're throwing over OB. These branches up here really cut you off, and then the trees up there by the basket also really cut you off. So neither of them are an easy look. I'm gonna try the forehand. It's not that far, so I feel like 9 speed, but it is uphill. So we'll see, a little flexor. Did the flex. Dang, that's tough. You got to get it higher than that. All right, it needs to be higher than that. There we go. But sit, don't go OB. That's perfect. Okay. All right, we'll go the backhand route now. I think I'm gonna try overstable mid-range. With this right to left, it should push us back a lot. This is gonna be a tough shot. Forehand might actually just be the play here. Yeah, see? Oh, it's gonna come back though. Honestly, it's not that bad. That would have been way too much disc if that hadn't clipped these trees. I ended up being all right. I still have a birdie look. That backhand hyzer out, I imagine once I throw a few hyzers, some of those branches will get clipped off and it'll make it a bit easier, but so far I'm pretty happy. Let's go see where they landed. So the mid-range landed here after clipping that branch. I'm thinking mid-range would probably be way too much disc for this. Probably just a zone or overstable putter. It seems further than that, maybe because it's the uphill. The forehand route really seems to be the play, but the thing is, my first one ended up stuck deep in this brush over here, these lilac bushes, because you can't play it out wide, too safe wide. You gotta kind of hug that mulberry tree, but then kind of risk going to be like That's where the forehand shot landed. It's kind of close to OB. The little fence line is the OB. We'll putt from here. Bang. And this one, bang. Birdie-ish on the first hole. Obviously, I didn't take my first shot, but I like it. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, hole 4, we got the big downhill one. I'm gonna try the big hyzer completely around all those ash trees. That seems to be the best route for me. We'll see. But I'll play all 3. I'll also try going directly at it with the backhand, and I'll try doing a little flex forehand. It's a far forehand for me, even though it is downhill. Needs to fade hard, though. Skip. That's pretty far. I mean, it's like a 6-meter putt. I need to get back into feet. So it's like a 15-foot putt. I like that route. That's a big hyzer. It's got to fade hard, get a little skip. Let's try to go right at it with something. Let's try the crave. I think if I put the crave on just a slight hyzer, because it's downhill, so I don't want to go too understable. We'll try to go straight at her. Oh, I pulled it. Pulled it and it turned over. It was too stable. Wow. Okay, so maybe I'll try my understable felon. Try to hyzer flip it out there. It did hyzer flip, but it's just a touch too stable. The wind's completely died down now, so we're not fighting any wind. Shoot. I don't know what else I could try. I'll try to nice and smooth my FD. This is probably gonna turn over, but try to nice smooth hyzer flip. It's not looking, turned over. I mean, it's still parked though. That honestly could have had a chance of acing. All right, now let's try the forehand route. I kind of already threw the disc I would throw. Was that force would be the disc I would throw. I'll try the Venom, but this thing's pretty beefy, so I don't know how it's gonna go. Oh, I grip blocked the heck out of that. That was so horrible. I'll try forehand in the time lapse, but if that turned out that bad, this is probably going to turn out worse. Well, I thought that would be more understable. Like I said, guys, I do have the distance to get there. Clearly, that had plenty of distance. My forehand comes and goes. Sometimes I'm dialed in with it. Other times I'm completely missing. I like that backhand route, the big hyzer. That's a fun shot to throw. You could easily get caught up in the ash trees. You could not get there. So I think it's a pretty fun hole. Let's go look at all the shots we threw. So the FD ended here, which isn't horrible considering we smacked that tree. Bang. Actually, that might have been a little bit low, but we'll count it for now. My first shot, the felon, landed right here with a downhill putt into a headwind too. Bang. Don't matter. The rest of them kind of scattered out everywhere else. I like this hole though. That big hyzer is fun. It fades a lot more than I thought it would. I got a little nervous for a second. All right, y'all, I think I might actually end it there. I've already played holes 1 and 2 in the second episode of this series, so make sure y'all go check that. If you just want to see how the holes look, skip to the end, you'll be able to see it. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Holes 3 and 4 completely done. Holes 1 through 4 completely done. The course is like 25% finished, dang near. Pretty excited. Very excited. But let me know down in the comments what you think. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.